So John, a couple of weeks ago, last big show, Sheffield, Kell Brook wins, Kid Gallard wins.
Yeah.
We're rowing our way.
You know, for Kell, I was so glad you got to the arena. It was sold out, so he's still popular. 14 months out of the ring. The first.
Yeah, but it weren't set out for full arena. We've
got
to be honest. But
let's talk the performance then. The performance itself for the first 2-3 rounds. Kell looked, his timing was off. He just looked a little shady, and I'm thinking, wow. And what the indication for me with Kell, and to tell the story, in the third round, I could see him go back to the corner. Dominic said, "Don't hold on to him when he comes in. Get him off. Give yourself space. Let the shots go." As soon as he told him that, Kell went out and did that. That tells me that Kell needs a voice in his ear. Yeah. Because when he went to take matters into his own hand, be his own trainer, and set up his own camp, he needed somebody that knows how to cajole, convince, encourage him to do what he's capable of doing. So I thought, no matter what happens, no matter what you do, Kell, no matter how much you love or loathe Dominic, you need to stick with him because he knows you inside out.
Results.
And
what did I say to you a week before and it turned out to be true? You said points wins enough, and I said he can't win on points. Yeah. It's a failure if he wins on points. He's got to look impressive, and he's got to stop him.
You were spot on, right? And the thing is, his opponent was a tough cook, and I think it was a good test. Rumours were that certain members of Kell's team didn't want that opponent, and Dominic.
For what reason then?
Because he said it was too tough to say being out, 14 months, he wanted a softer touch.
That kid played his role.
Dominic Ingle said, it's him or nobody. If Kell cannot get through him, he needs to pack it.
Right.
And Dominic, it was the one person at the team that said, it's him or nobody. And there was some real arguments going on in amongst the team about the opponent. And Dom's a realist. He's basically saying, look, if you can't get past them, you're wasting my time and yours.
I just thought that kid played his role, and
brilliant.
He came in tough
as obvious.
Followed him round,
but he
took
was
the
limited,
shots.
Wasn't he?
That's what he
Kell was
played
at a level of it, and he did, and he gave Kell some rounds.
Yeah.
And in the end, he was a bit too. We could have saw him pull just before. Who knows? But like Rich said, he played his role. But I think now, from that fight, we see Kell has still got something left. Yeah. We don't know how much. We don't know if his best is still to come because of the opponent, but I think, like I say, he was the perfect opponent for that fight after the lengthy layoff. And if it's going to be, obviously there's a talk of him and Liam Smith. I know Kell's wanting the bigger fights, but I believe.
No, Johnny, don't.
I'm telling you,
I'm going to say something that you both don't like.
Go
if it is that next, to me, that's a good European title fight.
All right.
It's no more than that.
But what I'm saying
is,
you've got two.
That's no disrespect to either.
But what I'm saying, you've got two Brits that used to be world champions, and you've got two Brits that will be able to fight each other and put bums on seats. You've got two Brits that it's a test to see who's still got what left. Because let's be honest, Liam Smith might not be the Liam Smith he was 5 years ago. Kell Brook might not be the Kell Brook he was 5 years ago. So for these two, so that's why for these two it's a perfect fight. Liam's number 6 or number 8 in the rankings. Kell wasn't before that fight in the top 10. For them two, it's a perfect fight for their journey up to the world title.
Maybe for Liam, but not for Kell, I don't think.
But do you think?
No, I don't think that's perfect fight.
But I believe there as well. I know Kell's come out and said, I've got no problem fighting Liam, but I want the super fights. Liam's not really a super fight, but as much as I like Kell, I think you've got to be realistic and say, in the last 18 months, 2 years, since the Spence fight, if you beat Liam, you might you beat Liam, then you might get that super fight or that world title.
Was you there when they sparred? Was you there when they sparred with each other?
No, I just got to the gym after we finished. Someone was at the afternoon, but I did hear there was very good spars, and I think Kell sort of said it in the ring. Yeah. He was honest. He says if the sparring's out to go by, and I've heard that from both sides. I know there's a lot of respect. There seems like it could be needed like
I think they both got school rules where they can be best of friends outside the ring. The bell goes.
The build up would probably be a bit fiery where I know respect him, but and little digs might get through here and there. But there's respect. But I think it's a good fight. It's a good fight that hopefully we'll see.
And it'll tell us a lot about both fighters.
Yeah. Well, but I think Liam's fresher, and I think it's not the right fight for Kell. I don't think.
What would you suggest for Kell next?
Not that, because I think for that one, it's all risk, and in grand scheme of international boxing, forgetting rankings, and then it might take him to 5 or 4. There's no reward.
There's certainly more to lose with Kell.
But the thing is, you see,
and what does it generate? You tell me, Johnny. What does it generate?
I'll tell you why I would do that fight. is because, if I'm honest and realistic, I think I'd say with Kell, you've got a good 4 fights left in you where we see what you are capable of doing. So he needs to make sure every fight means something. Every fight gets him one step closer to fight for the world title. Then hopefully, when he fights the world title, he's got some more in the tank left to say, right, I can still do it. I might win. I might not holding it onto it for 3, 4, 5 defenses, but it gets me there. If he starts wasting his time with nonsense fights, then he's pouring more out of the ball. Yeah. I just make sure every fight loves. So for Liam, it's the same thing. For Liam, I think it's a great scalp. If Liam wins, it's a great scalp. It's a great scalp for both fighters. To me, it's good business. I think it's good audience and it's good curiosity. Might be a good European title fight, but you know what? It's a good fight.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying it's a good fight, but I think for Kell, if I'm looking at it from a Sheffield point of view, I don't think it's right fight for Kell. I'd be surprised if Kell took that next.
I think I also get your point there, though, Johnny, as well. Like, because I think Kell has to have meaningful fights because he's got to have been professional around 15 years now. Kell.
Yeah, he turned
14, 15 years. Yeah, I think he was 18, wasn't he? He turned over.
But you know, if you've got a nothing fight, it's hard to lift yourself for it. And you can lose against guys you shouldn't lose to.
Kell that he doesn't put, the training camp in that he should. Where I think, does he need that fear factor? Yeah. Does he need that fear factor? So.
Don't you think though, if Kell's in that bit of no man's land where if he takes a step, I don't mean a step back, but if he boxes Liam and he gets beat as his career judged, probably not that great. It won't be looked back on as being a great career. It'll probably be looked back on as a wasted career and an underachiever, exactly. But at the same time, he's in this awful no man's land because he can't go out. I saw it said to somebody, or there was a report up, he wanted to box Spence again, but at light middleweight, you're in no. On what point of view?
You've got no demand. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Where does he go?
That's what I'm saying. So he's got to do a Dylan. He's got to fight fights that people think, why are you taking that fight there? He's got to put himself in that position, and that's why I think the Liam Smith fight is to me it's the
wins it if it happens.
You know what? I would have always said Kell 100%. Yeah. I can't say that now. I'd side with Kell, but I can't say 100%. I won't put my 1000% t-shirt on. I know what Kell's capable of doing.
Plug.
I know what Kell's capable of doing. And I don't know what happens behind the closed doors with Liam. So it's like when we've got fights from our own camp, we know what they're capable of doing. Yeah. And so when we go out there and say he can do this, that, and the other, and win, we're talking from personal experience. Of course. So I don't know what he could do.
What do you think?
Whereas obviously I think it's a great fight. It's a 50-50 fight, but obviously my loyalties would lie with Liam, but he would have to be at the top of his game. I think Kell is super talented, but would it be just one camp, one fight? Would it catch up with him?
Just a bit too hard.
Yeah. Listen,
and what's the reward? John, financially, look, Kell's waited, and how long has Kell waited saying, I'm not boxing unless I get a big money fight. I'm not.
But it's not. He's not in a position.
What does him against Liam generate?
But the thing is, he has no other choice. It's not because he's not going to get the big money fights because they're going to say, "Why are we fighting you?" Yeah. You know what I mean? He's a dangerous. At one point, he was classed as the best welterweight in the world, and so therefore, fighters. It's only a young up and coming fight. They're going to think, "I'll fight Kell Brook. It's a scalp." Yeah. The guys that are up there thinking, "Why would I fight him? He was good when he was good."
He turns it on. I mean,
somebody said something today, and I think me and you mentioned it, didn't they? Oh yeah, but that fantastic win against Porter. Yeah. 6 or 7 years ago.
Scary,
6 or 7 years ago. And what's happened in
what
6 or
Porter's
7
done
years?
to go on. What he's gone on to since.
So I mean,
that's where you think Kell.
I'm trying to think. Light skin guy with a ponytail, world champion. Shit. Thurman. So I was out in Vegas, sat in getting something to eat. Thurman came, sat on the table eating away, and he said to me, he was champion. He said, "Kell Brook is the best fighter in the world." He said it to me. He said he's the best fighter in the world out of all of us.
Do you know I did a podcast with Thurman. I did a podcast with Thurman, and we said after Kell had got beat off Spence and. I think he just beat Rabchenko maybe. Yeah. And I went, "Oh, what do you think to Kell Brook? Is he on radar?" And he went, "I don't want to box him. I don't need to box him now. I ain't got anything. I didn't want to box him anyway. Yeah. And I don't want to."
And that's what I'm saying. And that's what he said it to me. And he said he's the best out of all of us. Off camera, nobody's there. I'm like, big props.
Do you know one thing as well? If that fight does happen, I think both fighters have got unbelievable timing. Yeah. Kell's the bigger puncher. There's no doubt about that. But the timing from both lads. Is brilliant. I think we've seen the jab. I know it was probably an accumulation, but he was a jab that knocked him out. It was a heavy knockout, wasn't it?
Travelled 4 inches. Boom.
But the timing from both lads is something else.
I think if you're a boxing purist and you see that fight, you love it. Yeah. If you're a fan of either one, you'd see that fight. and you know, it's Liverpool against Sheffield.
Yeah.
We always win. See that?
Obviously. And what about Barry? What do you think to Barry then? Moving on to Barry.
It was a fantastic performance.
Yeah.
I thought he had an honest fight.
Yeah, he did. And
on paper.
His opponent came in to win. He was a dangerous bastard. And how Barry boxed, I was sat there, Michael Buffer sat next to me, and he was one of the few people that picked it up. And I'm like, you clock more than I realised. Yeah. Barry switched orthodox to southpaw at least six times per round, and his opponent had no idea what he was doing. Brendan would have been so proud of that performance because he didn't just physically beat him, he mentally, spiritually beat him, and that's why he said, "Nah, I'm done. I'm out of here." And to beat a man like that, if you can beat a man mentally, you've smashed him, and that guy came to win.
He came to win it. I mean, he's with PBC. His box on their cards. He was sent across here to win, no doubt about it. He weren't a body. The only thing I'm worried about a bit from that performance is if he ends up boxing for a title and it's a purse bidding, I don't know what'll happen with Warrington, we'll perhaps come to in a bit, and he boxes away from home or he boxes in a big fight with judges, will he get away with as much as standing on feet, pushing back with his forearm? How much will he get away with?
Well, you know, we were taught, get away with everything you can until you get pulled.
Yeah.
And
but he kept getting pulled, and
that's
I
what I'm saying.
thought, we said, didn't we?
You push it, you get with every weekend until you get caught, because the problem is when you fight, you're used to playing it fair when you're ringing. And all of a sudden, when someone hits you in the balls and you turn to the referee to complain, that's when you get smashed. Chris Eubank said to me, "Johnny, always wear two protectors." I'm like, how the fuck am I going to fit two protectors down there? One's a cricket cup, one's my protector. And so I can remember fighting, getting hit in the balls by Edra Sellers. And he's whacking, he's looking me in the face. Because if you get, even though it's wrong, it breaks your concentration, it makes your gunshot. You're like, every time, whack me in the balls, and I just smile like, that's what I got. You know what I mean? But it just, you do every little trick you've got in the book to get down. So what Barry did was, it was some old school tricks.
Oh yeah,
and the referee,
old man did.
Yeah, and it was for the referee to get in there and get on top of it. You've got to have an experienced referee to watch him. I went in the ring, in the gym on Saturday. So we have an old boys club where we all the old boys from that used to train, we all go on Saturday afternoon and spar. So big old fat bastards training with each other, sweating and struggling. Barry looked at us like we were a piece of meat, saying, "I'm coming." Yeah. He's not supposed to be because it's all those old boys. So Barry, the Saturday after he boxed, came in to join us. It was like fresh meat week for Barry, and he was smashing everybody. We stayed in the ring for 2 hours. And I thought, this kid is a proper gym rat.
Oh, he lives it. He lives it. And do you know what? He looked so strong the other night as well. I know whether that was frustrating the opponent, the balance and all that, but physically he looked as strong as I've ever seen him at the weight.
He's very strong.
Yeah, you hear that, and there's not many featherweight. Barry's got a great chance of any featherweight in the world, without a doubt.
Yeah, he's very strong. I think that the loss to Warrington, no matter how close it was, he'll have learnt so much from that, and he'll make sure that never happens again. So if they fight each other again,
it was as strong as like you just said, it was as strong as I've seen it.
I'd like to say thank you to our sponsors, nationalintensive.com. Pass your test in a week, like I didn't.
Look at you. You're running in circles. Which way will you turn? Look at you.